everyone, it's Mandy. I'm here with part 2 of this video series about the 7 dimensions of wellness. Last time, we talked about how self-care does not equal dollar signs, nor does it solely involve one aspect of our well-being. Self-care is our right to reclaim wellness in all aspects of our lives, even when it doesn't seem possible. By reimagining what self-care entails, and by making it a priority in your life, you're well on your way to reclaiming your wellness. So let's dive in. We're going to be talking about the final 3 dimensions of wellness today. The 5th dimension of wellness is spiritual wellness. Spiritual wellness involves seeking and having a meaning and purpose in life, as well as participating in activities that are consistent with one's beliefs and values. It's more than prayer or believing in a higher being. A spiritually well person seeks harmony with the universe, expresses compassion towards others, and practices gratitude and self-reflection. When we integrate practices of spiritual wellness, we are able to connect in mind, body, and soul. Here are a few reflection questions for you to gauge your own spiritual wellness. Are you curious about the world and life around you? Do you regularly take time for introspection? Is it a priority for you to listen with your heart and live by your principles? Are you moved by the beauty that exists within and around you? Do you find purpose to be a driving force in your life? Do you ever crave to deepen your spiritual connection with yourself and the world around you? If so, these are all aspects of spiritual wellness. With spiritual wellness, a person is able to establish personal ethics, values, and a code for living. They're able to integrate personal beliefs and values with their actions, develop a sense of purpose and meaning in life, and experience love, joy, and fulfillment. Here are some tips for how to optimize your own spiritual wellness. Explore your spiritual core. Spend time alone or meditate regularly. Be inquisitive and curious. Be fully present in all that you do. Listen with your heart and live by your principles. Allow yourself and those around you the freedom to be who they are. And lastly, see opportunities for growth in the challenges that life brings you. The next dimension of wellness is environmental wellness. Environmental wellness inspires us to live a lifestyle that is respectful of our surroundings. It involves understanding the dynamic relationship between the environment and people and recognizing that we are responsible for the quality of the air, water, and earth that surrounds us, and in turn, the social, natural, and built environments that affect our health and well-being. Here are a few reflection questions for you to gauge your own environmental wellness. Do you admire the beauty of nature? Are you aware, or at least partially aware, of the impact that your actions have on the environment? Have you thought about reducing your water or electrical usage? Do you take steps towards lessening your carbon footprint? Do you reflect upon all the energy that went into providing you the clothes that you wear or the food that you eat? Do you take time to research and honor the indigenous peoples that are native to the land you inhabit? If you answered yes to any of these are all aspects of environmental wellness. With environmental wellness, a person is able to develop and appreciate the external environment and the roles that individuals play in preserving and improving those environmental conditions. Take personal and social responsibility for creating sustainable communities. Encourage the minimizing of disposable products, and evaluate purchases and conveniences based on their environmental impacts. Here are some tips for how to optimize your own environmental wellness. Conserve water and other resources as much as possible. Minimize your chemical use. Renew your relationship with the earth. Reduce, reuse, and recycle. Reduce the amount of pollution you generate. Reuse containers, bags, and batteries. And recycle paper, glass, aluminum, and plastic. The final dimension of wellness is occupational wellness. Occupational wellness involves preparing for and participating in work that provides personal satisfaction and life enrichment that is also consistent with your values, goals, and lifestyle. This dimension includes taking a thoughtful and proactive approach to career planning and assessing personal satisfaction and performance in one's work. Here are some reflection questions for you to mull over about your own occupational wellness. Do you think about making a difference in the world? Are you curious about what might be the best type of work for you? Are you passionate about uniting your passions and values into a career? Do you ever wonder what the future holds? Do you get excited when you're using your skill set? Have you ever thought about what type of work environment you might thrive in? These are all aspects of occupational wellness. With occupational wellness, a person is able to develop an understanding of personal values and lifestyle preferences, carefully investigate occupational choices that support personal values, passions, goals, and lifestyle preferences, and lastly, develop a realistic strategy for attaining occupational goals. Here are some tips for how to optimize your own occupational wellness. Explore a variety of career options. Create a vision for your future. Choose a career that suits your personality, interests, and talents. And lastly, be open to change and learn new skills. And that was the last one. We covered all 7 dimensions of wellness. Now that you know what all of these dimensions entail, it's time to apply it inward. Oftentimes, people think of wellness as something that they either excel at or fail to accomplish, with no sort of in-between. Think of New Year's resolutions. People are excited and motivated at the beginning, but might get disappointed and give up altogether if they miss a day or don't reach their goal. It's better to think of wellness as a wheel. We need all our edges to be rounded out in order to have the wheel turn. Our wellness wheel won't spin if we only focus on our physical health, for example, but negate our emotional health. Are you curious about where your own wellness falls in the mix? I've created a worksheet and an accompanying questionnaire for you to find out. Download it for free, print it out, and follow the instructions. At the end, you'll have a beautiful wheel of color that you can hang up as a reminder of your wellness progress and your wellness goals. On page 1 of this worksheet, you'll have a wheel divided into sections that each correspond to a different dimension of wellness. Using the questionnaire on page 2, fill in the corresponding section of the wheel to the percentage you feel accurately captures your current wellness. There's no judgment or wrong answer. Be honest with yourself and embrace your strengths and your areas of growth. Lastly, page 3 will help you make a plan for how you want to maximize your wellness for the future. Don't treat it like a New Year's Eve resolution. Treat it like an ongoing goal. Above all else, remember that holistic wellness is a journey, not a destination. We must first nourish ourselves before we can nourish our communities and the people around us. There's no such thing as being there. It's all about working to get there. Thank you again for joining me on another episode of the Reclaiming Wellness series. I look forward to our next journey together. Bye.